All right, here we are, another stream. This is Loke's Gaming Log. Let's see how this goes. Hope it's not too bad. It'll be bad, but let's start. Basically, I'm just going to be doing the coverage of what we didn't look at on bull sitting on Friday. It was like, as you can see from all the topics over here, it was very, very packed. But the conversation went left all the time. So we're going to cover most of what we didn't cover on Friday. And yes, it was definitely my bad. I should have reeled people in a lot longer, but I was generous. Anyways, we're going to just get into it. Hold on, let me get to the comments here real quick. All right. So the first one that we didn't look at is Mortal Kombat 1. Omni-Man gameplay trailer reveals brutal and show accurate fatality. So a quick disclaimer, I still haven't seen Invincible. I haven't found the time for it, but apparently it's great. But the second season came out and it broke. Oh, sorry, it didn't break it. They stopped it halfway, so they did a mid-season break until next year. I think that kind of crap is just crap again. If you're gonna give us a season, just give us a full season. Again, Attack on Titan, same thing. That's why I still haven't seen the final season, because they've been breaking it into little chunks, and I ain't got time for that. Right? I need to get the whole thing, or at least part of it, which is like the whole season. Anyways, let's get into the article. Omni-Man, the J.K. Simmons voice character from Invincible animated series, is coming to MK1 next week, November 9th. Ahead of its debut, NetherRealm Studios has released the official Omni-Man gameplay trailer. Alongside hard-hitting and gory super moves, it features a brutal and show-accurate fatality for the character. The trailer teases Liu Kang for allowing a Viltrumite. Okay, I don't know what that is. Into the realms of I guess Viltrumite is what Omni-Man is. Before more than 2 minutes of Omni-Man action plays out and closes out the trailer is the fatality for the upcoming MK Combat Pack character. We won't spoil it here. Let's check it out. MK1. All right, let's see this trailer. It's a nice mustache. Welcome in, Raichi. Appreciate the support, bro. That is a glorious mustache. Really? I need to see what's going on with it. The powers of the mustache. Um, how's the audio, Rachie? Is it better? Ooh, damn. No sound. Still no sound. Damn, you in here? Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, that is bad. Oh, all right. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. I need to see how to do the audio because if I switch out the audio, right, it only allows either the mic. Oh, okay. So I'd have to switch out the audio from the mic to the screen during trailers. All right. I'll do that for the next one. Anyway, Omni-Man hits MK1 as part of the first combat pack on November 9th. For more about the game. Okay, so that trailer was nice. The trailer was very nice. I'm not personally more or less excited for the whole MK thing. Um, since like after seeing this, nothing against it. Just this was very nice. It's more. I'm more excited to watch Invincible than I am to play MK at this point because it kind of is what it's always been. And as anyone who knows me knows, 2D fighting, 2D gameplay in general is not really my thing. I'll 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 give this a go eventually, but I don't expect it to wow me outside of the story. I'm sure the campaign is going to be nice. All right, so that's Mortal Kombat. Very nice trailer. I will try to figure out the sound on the next trailer that we have. Next topic is Gran Turismo 7. Yes, I saw the videos on Twitter. I will not be addressing them. I didn't bookmark any of the tweets. It doesn't look like it's been great, but let's get to the article. Gran Turismo 7 is getting the biggest update tomorrow, which is today, in the form of Spec 2, aka Update 1.40. The content drop, which is free, adds a new cooperative mode, 7 new cars, a fresh track, and more. A fresh track, you can drive the track, you can't drive the car. Essentially, that's I'm not going to get into that right now, not today. Perhaps the biggest, excuse me, perhaps the biggest update. Oh, okay. So there's okay. Here's another trailer. So while this plays, I'm going to try on the other screen to fix this. Oh God, Vincent Loke Solo. What the hell, dude? All right, all right. Let's try and change the audio. AC input. Okay. All right. How's the sound now? Is it better? Oh God, that trailer was such nothing, just nothing. Anyways, um, but yeah, that's a good one, Richie. Vincent's late, but in all fairness, Vincent, I didn't give anyone any like forward warning. I didn't post anything on Twitter. I didn't do nothing because I'm nervous as hell. And I wanted the people that were going to come here to just be you guys, the TSWS people, because I'm not going to cap. I'm nervous as hell. Um, Rachie says no sound. Oh, okay. All right. So you can hear me now. But could you guys hear the trailer? That's what I want to know. Anyways, while you guys respond, perhaps the update's biggest addition is four-player local split screen. Unfortunately for PS4 players, this option is only available on the PS5. What? Oh my goodness. That's embarrassing. The hell? Split screen. I feel like gaming wise, we're moving backwards with the basics. You know, like we're getting big and bombastic, right? With all the extra trinkets, but the basics, it's all over the place. So that's crazy. Like you buy a Ferrari, but you don't have air conditioning in your house. It's like what? I don't know. The PS4 is no. If the game, listen, if you're going to put the game on the platform, put the features in, especially if it's these exclusives. All right. If this was one of those Baldur's Gate situations where a third party developer is struggling with the Series S and they can only do like full features on the Series X, fine. But it's Gran Turismo, it's Polyphony, it's Sony. If you made the decision to like we're gonna put this on the PS4, then put it on the PS4. Speaking of PS5 only features, those players can enjoy taking on Gran Turismo Sophie or SoFi, which developer Polyphony Digital describes as a prototype evolutionary racing AI agent. So just okay, it's a bot. Spec 2 also adds the Snowy Lake Louise track set in Canadian Sky Resort. It comes in 3 variants: long track, short track, and tri-oval. New master license events are coming, and the update also adds quality of life features such as dashboard, the track's player progression. Of course, new vehicles are always exciting, and here are the 7 joining the roster. The Dodge Charger, that's the Vin Diesel car, isn't it? I think it's the Vin Diesel one. Dodge Challenger, SRT Demon 2018, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz 180, Nismo 400, yeah, I guess that's cool. Porsche 911, 20, no, the 22 ones mid. Tesla Model 3, okay. Spec 2 adds a host of small additions such as new cafe menus and new photo mode options. You can read a complete breakdown by reading the blog post on just not going to read the blog post. As soon as Ham Solo ruined, well, not Ham Solo, but as soon as he didn't ruin it, but as soon as he removed the rose tinted view ahead of Gran Turismo and essentially just said you drive the track, you don't drive the car, it just, yeah. I hope they fix that in Gran Turismo 8 or whatever they decide to call it. Rachie says, I have 9 Xbox One series controllers, but I don't have games to play local multiplayer. That sucks. That really does. 4-player split, Vince, 4-player split on PS5 is a wonder in itself. I guess so. But it becomes a wonder, right? When we don't hold devs to, again, the minimum. Okay? A versus game, if they start removing local play on Tekken, for example, for the next 10 years, when they put it back, it's going to be a miracle. But is it really a miracle though? Is it? Or is it just shitty design and just being, I don't know, just wrong? You know, these are the basics. These are like the cornerstones. You're gonna make a driving game, make it local co-op, make it at least 4-player co-op. You want to make a fighting game, same thing. These are, again, that's why I gave the analogy of like you are progressing in so many areas, but the basics, right? Your meat and potatoes, nothing. That kind of sucks. Are you calling Gran Turismo a monkey ball game? Monkey ball game sounds very like an interesting thing. I don't know what a monkey ball game is. I guess that's an America or Canada thing. Please feel free to explain. I have no idea what a monkey ball game is. Let's see what it is live. Let's do that. A monkey ball game. Okay. This looks like a game I wouldn't touch with a 30-foot pole. So I guess that's all I have to say about that. Hey, Timmy! Welcome in, Timmy. Welcome in. Vincent says GT7 was never a PS4 game for me. What was it for you? Was it a PS3 game? Is that what you're saying? Anyway, let's move on from Gran Turismo. Konami's latest earnings results mention Silent Hill remakes. Blooper is officially remaking Silent Hill 2, but no other remake projects have been announced. Okay, Konami has potentially suggested that more than one Silent Hill remake is in development. The Japanese publisher revealed plans to revive its long dormant horror series last October when it announced the brand, providing an update on its upcoming projects on Thursday as part of their quarterly earnings results. I love that now we get to see these, or maybe now people are covering them more. But I remember like in the 360 days, or maybe even the Xbox One days, the quarterly earnings, people weren't really tracking like what was said during that time, or maybe they were, but I wasn't like super focused on this news side. But I don't remember people talking about leaks from quarterly earnings or annual earnings. But now it's like every 3 months, every 2 months, something is coming out from a meeting that you would assume was like super private, but it's really not. Now everyone gets to see like what's happening. Richie said, Richie, you move the map and not the ball. Oh, yes. Gran Turismo is monkey ball with cars. So there you go. Enjoy that one. PS5 game because I bought it with a PS5, like back when I got a PS1 with Gran. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a fair point. 15 to 22 FPS Halo 3 4-player split screen is 400% more fun than Halo 5 60. Exactly. They're forgetting the basics. It for me, it's like if you look at what app has been changed since its inception. Um, I'm thinking about all these apps that I use at work now. Okay, let's go with Discord. It's like if Discord, like what it is today, is not what it was when it was first created. It's been updated and iterated on. I view fighting games, sports games, driving games. They're the types of games that technically they are what they've been since 1996. They just look better, and they have these little trinkets added to them, which is fine, in my opinion. Perfectly fine. The problem is Discord, right? Follow me with this analogy. Discord, when it started, had like 30 base important features. Today, right, we assume that those 30 or 20 base important features are still there. They've just added 1,000 more features. And I think that's how most of these or all of these games should move. That's the direction they should move in, right? You don't move backwards. You don't remove the core things that make the thing a thing, right? So racing games, you have to have couch multiplayer. You need to be able to play at least two people on there. Fighting games, same thing. So when you remove that, sure, we're moving into the new age of no, a lot of games are like online, and most of the people that play the games are online based. My question to all of that is why do you need to remove? Sure, let's say 10%, only 10% of players in Gran Turismo 6 actually used the 4-player couch co-op function. Why remove it? What's the problem? I don't understand that. So that's how I see it, because these apps, this is not like a Metal Gear. This is not a Arc even. This is a game that you are essentially just iterating on. You're not really building something from scratch, like from the ground up, you know? So why remove base functions that you could just port from this game to that game? Anyway, let's go back to Konami. It is said, as so this is the quote: as for ongoing efforts, we are working diligently on MGS Snake Eater, which faithfully recreates the story, characters, and game design of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, one of the most beloved entries in the Metal Gear series, and updates its graphical style to modern graphics for the current generation, as well as remakes and completely new entries in Silent Hill series, which gained popularity as psychological horror. You know what? We're going back to the Metal Gear thing. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like Silent Hill, but Metal Gear, this is a bit worrying because it says they're remaking Metal Gear Solid, one of the most beloved entries in the MGS, and updates its graphical style to modern graphics for current generation. I kind of wished they would just tell us the whole plan right here, or tell the shareholders at least the whole plan, which is this is the first of these proper like ground up renovations that they're doing for Metal Gear. So we could look forward to MGS3 being done because it's in the right format, right, of the franchise. MGS3, then MGS1, then MGS2, then MGS4. But so this is a bit worrying. I hope they eventually remake all of them. But moving on with the Silent Hill thing, while the statement may have been made in error, it could suggest that more than one remake is in development. VGC has contacted Konami for clarification and will update the story. Konami is still making pachinko machines. As soon as they're done shipping the last shipment of pachinko machines, they might get back to VGC. Until then, there's nothing we can do. Developer Blooper Team said in March that development of its Silent Hill 2 remake was close to being completed, powered by Unreal Engine 5. It will introduce an over-the-shoulder camera while the studio is rebuilding the combat system and certain set pieces. Other Silent Hill projects in the works include Silent Hill Townfall. This was in the subjects, if I'm being 100% honest, this was in the subjects because it's Silent Hill. It's not even because I sit there and I'm like, I cannot wait for Silent Hill. I just acknowledge that Silent Hill 2 is objectively one of the greatest video games ever made. Not for me personally, but objectively, it is fabulous because of its universal appeal. All right, so that's why it was there. I don't have much to say about that. IRC is better than Discord. What is IRC, Vincent? Richie Lock 7, just the music of Metal Gear Solid is worth more than $70. See, dude, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Just the music. When I hear Blue Point, I know we're not going to eat, Richie. We're going to feast. All right. We're going to have problems. We might have to go to like a clinic with how full we're going to be with the Metal Gear Solid remake. But let's keep it moving. Moving on. So I wanted to spice in, right, as I usually do. I am more than just video games. Okay, so bear with me. We're going to talk about just a little bit about IRL stuff. So ex-NBA player Joe Smith leaves home after his wife's OnlyFans confession. From the comments, well, I'm not sure if there's any women watching, but from the comments, I get the feeling it's just the guys here. So guys, how would you react if you found out your woman had an OnlyFans account? While you furiously type there, let's read the article. So ex-NBA superstar Joe Smith has left his family home following his wife's announcement of her OnlyFans account. The news comes from Smith's wife of 5 years, Keisha Chavis, who told TMZ that her husband has been pretty pissed off. Pretty pissed off, there's an understatement, with her since she let slip about the adult account. In a video, this is supposed to be a video, right? Let me refresh this real quick. In a video that went viral, the ex-basketball player who had played for 12 NBA teams during his 16-year career can be seen facing away from his wife, who is filming, saying he can't believe she has an account on platform known for producing adult content. Several things here. First off, I'm guessing he's looking away because he didn't give consent to be filmed, and I don't understand this behavior. I've witnessed it once in my life with my youngest, and I don't play that crap. You don't be filming people randomly, all right? Second, you're having a serious discussion with your husband. I don't care. Like, even if she thinks this is not serious, this is serious. You cannot be discussing this and then think, oh, I'm gonna film this for content, because that's the only reasoning I can come up with. This, she's filming it for content. That's the only reason I can come up with. Vincent says, if she pays half the rent, who's to be mad? Bro, paying half the rent doesn't mean you get to do whatever. Because if paying half the rent means she can do whatever, that means if he pays all the rent, then he can do whatever. That doesn't sound fun now, does it? Does it? She did that to buy her husband a Metal Gear Soldier sweat perfume. Okay, listen. The hell, Rachie? Jeez, listen. I want that perfume badly. It is being scalped as we speak. But no. I don't want my woman doing OnlyFans for the Metal Gear. The Metal Gear perfume. No. Just no. Vincent says different of girl and wife, yo. I don't know, dog. If a woman is with me, whether she got a ring on or not, and this is where we get into the whole discussion of, are you with someone just for the fun, or you're with someone because you want to build something, right? So if it's your girl, then it's assumed that you're trying to build something eventually. If you're with her for a good time, not a long time, dude, she's not even making the video. She's not making the video because as soon as she tells him before she makes the video, he's like, "Oh, you have an OnlyFans? Whatever. It's not mine. It's just my turn." He's bothered because up until this point, he was convinced this is my woman. Clearly, it ain't. Rachie, this is called leech behavior. She's sucking on her husband. Yes. But let's get back to the article. Chavis, it's a weird name. Someone should have just put an E here. I think Chavez sounds, you know what, no disrespect to her family. Chavis, who was recording the now viral video, picked up the camera and walked away saying, okay, I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out. Damn it. I saw the video. Now the video is blocking. Anyway, she continues, I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you? My choice, my body, my fucking choice. For real? You listen, guys, when they say my body, my choice, when they say freedom of speech, I think people misunderstand these philosophies. Your body, your choice, correct. Freedom of speech, correct. You are free to show off your body and do whatever you want with your body. You are not free from the consequences that action will have. If your husband wants to leave, if your kid is now traumatized at school because all his homies are paying that $10, you're not free from that. You're free to do it, but for the fallout, you're not free from that. You cannot decide how people react from your actions. You can only decide how you act. That is it. All right. Cozy says, if she's making money, again, guys, she can do whatever, but she doesn't get to decide how he reacts, especially if she didn't talk to him about it. Especially. Also, Cozy, are you feeling rosy? Rachie, this is outrageous. I will unsubscribe from her OnlyFans channel. Wait, ignore this. Hey, man, I don't judge. I don't judge. You do you, bro. She better pay me a cut. Oh Lord, Vincent, don't do it. Anyway, Joe, so we'll continue in the quotes. Joe, I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for a solution for shit. You're not giving me one, so I created one. So this one feeds into something that I believe in deeply, right? So here, in the first sentence, Joe, I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for a solution for shit. You know how all this talk about red pill has been like popping, and people are talking about women need to be submissive and whatever. And a lot of responses you get is that people being like, no, the man needs to prove that he's worth being submissive to. That is not, right? In my opinion, that is not what submission is. So when you go to work and then you're told this is your manager, the manager doesn't have to prove that you need to follow his or her instructions. You either follow them instructions or you are going to be jobless. Simple. No cap, no extras, no ifs, ands, or maybe, right? When they talk about submission, it is supposed to be absolute. Why? Because on the reverse side, the man is supposed to serve the woman. Also, absolutely. It is a relationship that feeds into each other, but each side has to lean in 100%. Right? So when this last part, which says, "You not giving me one, so I created one." If you can only follow your man when he is betting for 1,000, then don't say that you follow your man. Just say you're there for the good times. That's fine. But if you're not there when things are rough, when things are going left, then don't be pretending like, oh no, I'm submissive. You're not. It's fine. Not being submissive is fine. All right. But leading people on, and then when things go left, you change your angles. That's dishonest to the person, because this dude, Joe Smith, this guy probably been with her, I don't know, 5-6 years, and he probably believed that she was here for the good times and the bad times. She was here for me, without knowing she was here because you're NX basketball players. He made some bad financial decisions, and now it's OF, baby. OF. Smith expresses his discontent with the idea by saying, "That's no solution in my book." To which Chavis responds, "You knew who the F I was when you met me." Oh, she was an adult star before the pair. Oh, Joe, you know what? I would like to retract my statements for the last 5 minutes. All right, Joe Smith done fucked up. Nope. You know what? Sir X-Man, nobody cares. Oh, buzz off. Hey, Cozy is absolutely feeling rosy. All right, I can get that the bottle of Shadow Moses for 50 euros. You want me to hold on to it? Bro, if you can get that for me, bro, I'd appreciate it, Vincent. I really would. This is why I don't even fuck with dudes. Honestly, it's weird because they married. Oh, he didn't know. Yes, he didn't know, Cozy. That's the big issue for sure. So he married a whore and wanted to play the late. You know what, Cozy and Vincent? 100%, guys. Joe Smith done messed up. People don't change, guys. It's something that has happened that I've had to find out and admit to myself recently. But people don't change. They evolve, but they don't change, right? So me, I'll use myself as an example. I'm a gamer. My wife met me as a gamer. I was only going to evolve as a gamer. I was going to play less. I was going to play more. I was going to evolve around gaming as a thing. I wasn't going to stop being a gamer. And if I stopped, I was going to stop until it was inconvenient. Same thing with Miss Chavis over here. She stopped when Brother Man was a millionaire and it was popping. Now she's reverting to the mean. So, damn, Joe Smith, the hell, dude, you embarrassed me live. You know, I think I'm gonna start reading these articles before I come on this. What the hell? Joe done messed up. You don't do that, dude. Don't do that. When's the next time you be in Germany? Vincent, don't mess with me. All right. I will DM you my address in Mozambique. Okay. And then as soon as I have the scratch, I'll send you my address, and then we'll exchange details for money. All right, let's go. Chavis confirms that she originally set up OnlyFans account to help the pair through a financial struggle following the pandemic. This is her quote. "I'm just sorry that he can't understand. It wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead." And then she, like, on that, like, feces covered plate, right? She sprinkled some sugar. I really love Joe. God damn. How do you say this live about your partner? And this is not even about men or women, right? Whoever you're with, dude, not even your part, dude, your boss, your brother, your sister. How do you say you love someone, right? And hop up on TMZ, and then you say essentially this person was failing, and I needed to take the lead because this person wasn't competent enough to do what they needed to do. What? And then at the end, I really loved Joe. You know what? I don't need to be loved like this. If this is love, I don't need it. I really don't. Sir X-Men says she's gone. Joe gone. When asked whether divorce could be on the cards, she said, "You know, if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. But I don't think we'll have a divorce. I don't think so. I think he'll come around." Oh, he'll come around? What? It's unclear whether the couple have made up. This isn't the first time. Oh my Lord. Okay, so it says that this isn't the first time a celebrity has turned to OnlyFans for extra dough, though. Amongst them are Cardi B, who announced she joined the platform. Yeah, but Cardi B is Cardi B. Like, no offense, she had stuff up way before OnlyFans. But I'm not saying that I've looked for it. That's not. Moving on. Yeah, let's move on. Activision claims huge Modern Warfare 3 file size is due to increased content. This is ironic considering the campaign length that has been discussed on social media. Activision, okay, so according to the publisher, the increased file size compared to last year's game, Modern Warfare 2, is because of the increased amount of content available on release day. So this is the quote. Modern Warfare 3 is almost here. In preparation, we would like to provide an update on file size, which are larger than last year. This is due to the increased amount of content available day one, including open world zombies, support for item carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, as well as map files for current Call of Duty Warzone. So for this specifically, I just have to say, isn't it ironic? This is essentially DLC. Besides the whole debacle of the trophies and the achievement system, which I thought was funny because people online were talking about the trophies not having a platinum, as if on Xbox you could get like the equivalent of like 100% completion for Modern Warfare 3, when no, the achievements were exactly the same on Xbox. So that's the first part. The second one, support for item carry forward from Modern Warfare 2. If this is not admission that this is DLC, I don't know what is. I really don't. There are no reasons why these games should be this big for download. It is getting ridiculous. Yes, Sir X-Man, it's getting ridiculous. But as long as we continue to partake, then the message will not will not reach the people that make them. The publisher finished by noting that the players can manage their Call of Duty files in the Manage Files section in the COD HQ launcher menu, including the ability to uninstall specific content not actively played. At this point, your console is a PC. We install games, we have to update games. Now we have to manage what is installed in our hard drives, whether external or internal. Modern Warfare 3's campaign was made available today via early access. Blah, blah. Okay, we will get to the campaign. So yeah, there you go. The size, over 200 gigabytes. Enjoy. Moving on. The next free Epic Game Store title has been announced. So this one, Cozy, this one is specifically for you and me. For you, because you're super cheap. For me, because I'm getting into PC gaming, and I'm starting to also become super cheap. So this is definitely for us. Golden Light is one of the games. Is a procedural dark comedy horror game with roguelike elements and an eerie atmosphere. Will be free to claim on Epic's PC marketplace from November 9th to the 16th. It will replace Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, which is now free. Okay. Epic Game CEO Tim Sweeney said in March that players should expect to see further high profile. Okay. And in August, the Fortnite maker announced a new Epic Game Store exclusivity scheme. The Epic Games, right? Okay. Which other game? That's it? That's it. Golden Light. Oh, and from this, it looks like it doesn't even show your hand on the gun, just floats. Slim pickings, Cozy. Slim pickings. Man cares about integrity and respect. Money is secondary, but we male are simple creatures and we are simps by nature. Adam, the first man to simp. Lord, have Richie. Why? Like that is violent, dude. The first simp was Adam. Cozy is going to start an OnlyFans. Just make sure you put the link in the comment, Cozy. And also make sure it's like $100 plus, because I think you're gonna make bank. Sir X-Men, there are no reasons. Okay. It's all Series A fault. Even the couple struggle is because of the Series S. Joe Smith's problems are because of the Series S. I saw it. The Series S is part of the Illuminati. All right. Vincent says, okay, got them. Shadow Moses ordered tactical wait begins. Dude, I really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate it. So X-Man, dear Epic Games, where's Unreal Tournament 4? Yeah. Give us proper games. All right. What is this? Golden Light? Just, you know what? Let's do this. Because I think just talking crap about it, right? That's not fair. Let's see what it actually plays like. Golden Light, YouTube. Let's see what it plays like. Fuck it. This is Epic Games. Let's go. The hell? Living Meat? Bruh? Is this still the game? Okay. Terrible. Listen, listen. Sometimes, like, people like to say, don't judge a book by its cover, but Golden Light, guys. judge that book, judge the fuck out of that cover, right? Judge ahead. Rachie says my Epic library already have $350 games, and many of it is great. It's free, so unlike yeah. I have to admit the fact that it's free hurts less, but it's still like you're taking space out of my day. Like I wasted 5 seconds of my life researching Golden Light. I can't get that back. You know what? Not technically, literally, money, time is money. All right. So they still took money from me. I'm just saying. Cozy's OnlyFans will be topless cooking vids. Okay. I don't know how to respond that. I don't know how to be like a supportive colleague, but not be offensive at the same time, because I don't know how to do it. So I'm gonna just leave that right there. Okay. Vincent, Epic Games rather make a Fortnite 2. Man, that's never happening. That is never after what happened to Overwatch. I think Cozy as an Overwatch fan can tell us, can attest to the fact that these giant games that always get updated like every 3 or 2 months for years and years on end, it's not a good idea to make a sequel. It's not a good idea. Just keep making Fortnite, keep upgrading it incrementally. Don't make Fortnite 2. And I'm not even like a big exec at Epic, but even I know that that's not a good idea. Vincent says sometimes humans have boobs. Actually, most of the times, considering that women outnumber men on the planet, so most of the times, humans have boobs. Timmy, depends on when we are both on. Oh, okay, responding to Cozy's invite. All right, let's go next. Far Cry 6 will no longer receive updates. Ubisoft confirms. Before we read this, am I the only weird one here? Right, that I kind of get excited when these announcements are made, because I haven't played Far Cry 6. But when they say stuff like this, it kind of feels like the game's complete now. Now it's worth $60. Now I should go out and buy the super mega ultimate edition, and I'll play a Far Cry 6 now. Am I the only crazy one that thinks that way? I think now's a good time to buy Far Cry 6. Now it's ready. I don't know. Maybe it's weird. Vincent says Blizzard's trying hard. Anyway, let's go. Going back, a tweet posted on the official Far Cry Twitter account stated the game's online services would continue, but there would be no further patches. Thanks to the millions of players. Okay, so this is the official quote. Thanks to the millions of players who joined the fight, your adventures can continue in Yara without interruption of online services. However, the dev team will no longer be making updates to Far Cry 6. We appreciate your passion, creativity, and love for chorizo. Even Anton is proud. Press reports earlier this year claimed that Ubisoft is currently developing Far Cry 7. Far Cry 7 and a standalone Far Cry multiplayer game. Of course they would. It's claimed that Far Cry 7 is being made with Ubisoft's Snowdrop engine rather than the Dania engine used for recent series entries. The multiplayer game is currently an extraction-based shooter set in Alaskan wilderness, it's claimed. Both titles are said to be tentatively scheduled for release in the fall or autumn of 2025. Ubisoft has also been making numerous appointments and promotions surrounding the Far Cry brand to prepare for the series' future. In August, Ubisoft Montreal veteran Sandra Warren was promoted to vice president and executive producer of Far Cry brand. Warren joined earlier this month. Ubisoft promoted So again, am I the only weird one that looks forward to games as soon as they say that we're done with said game? Am I the only one? Reggie says I won't even play. Oh, not even on Game Pass. Wow. Okay, I think that's a bit much. I think Far Cry is I put Far Cry on the same level as the campaigns for Call of Duty. Worth your time. Definitely worth your time. Not great must buy essential video game experiences. Just kind of, yeah. If you put in 30 hours, you haven't wasted your time. It will be a decent experience. Sir X-Men wants to know where's Splinter Cell. Cozy agrees with Rach. Is for real? Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. So X-Men, what are you talking about with Splinter Cell? I don't understand. Is there any news on Splinter Cell? Moving on. Modern Warfare 3 reportedly appears under Modern Warfare 2's PlayStation trophy list as if it was a DLC. So we spoke about this earlier. We're going to get into it. Rachie says time is money. Far Cry 1 is my favorite. I'm literally fighting against aimbots. Wow. All right. Fair enough. I'm the guy that puts in at least 100 hours into every Football Manager game that comes out every year. I do that. So I'm not going to judge you, man. And people look at me like I'm a psycho when I say that. But hey, for me, it's worth it. So here we go. Trophy Guide website PowerPicks has posted it on Twitter what it claims to be the trophy list for Modern Warfare 3, and it doesn't appear underneath its own distinct entry. Instead, the game's trophy list seemingly appears as a subsection underneath Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, as if it was a large DLC expansion rather than a standalone game. I wonder if this is a mistake or they meant it. You know what I mean? So X-Men, instead of making a Far Cry, yes. Instead of making another Far Cry. Actually, you know what? They could make the Far Cry, the online, the multiplayer Far Cry, leave the story Far Cry for like 2 or 3 years, leave it alone. And then do a proper Splinter Cell game. I 100% agree, Sir X-Man. That's what they need to do. But that's not going to, I don't know. You think the stealth genre could sell as much as what Far Cry sells now? Because as much as we crap on Far Cry and even Assassin's Creed before Mirage, those were selling, dude. They were doing numbers. People are buying those games. Sam Fisher Adventure would involve considerably more brain power. And we are all aware about the TikTok effect, the Instagram effect, the Twitter effect. People's attention spans aren't what they used to be. That's why like large contemplative games, stealth games that actually need you to pay attention, like Hitman and stuff like that, they'll be great for the niche people that like them. But will you get the majority? Will you get most people, or like, I don't know, 50% of the gaming public to try out a Splinter Cell game that's like true to its roots? So your two choices are, if you're Ubisoft, your two choices are make a crappy Splinter Cell, but make it very accessible to everyone and make a ton of money, or make a true to form Splinter Cell and acquire like 10% of the gaming market. The choice is obvious for Ubisoft. So my question to you, Sir X-Man, how would you feel about a Splinter Cell game, but bastardized to the point you can't even recognize it? The same thing like that they did to Assassin's Creed, where it's not even worth calling it Assassins anymore. Imagine a Splinter Cell game that's not even worth calling it a Splinter Cell game. It just has the logo like splattered on, but as soon as you get in the game, it's like, this is not Ubisoft. It's not Splinter Cell. How would you feel about that? Would that be better than no Splinter Cell? Vincent says that's why they make a new one each year. They see one dude is putting in the hours. Stop it. Get some help, Jordan JPEG. Yes, stop it. We all need to stop. Honestly, we need to stop. But can we? Will we? Will we? No, probably not. Rachie just wants Rayman 4. I fell in love with gaming with Rayman 2. Hey man, that's why, Reichi, that's the same spirit I bring to the Metal Gear remake. To the remaster port. Sorry. That's how I react. That's how I feel about them. It's like, dude, this is all I wanted. I get it. I get it. People wanting more. For me, I just wanted access to those games. That's all I wanted. I didn't want anything more. And I'm happier than a pig in shit right now. And I know that analogy, people are going to literally say, yes, it is shit, which is fine. I'm still happy in it. 30 frames per second, sub 30 frames and all. I'm happy in it. Just leave me to my shit. So X-Men says, if you make crap, you get crap profit. Again, they haven't been making crap profit. Valhalla was the highest selling Assassin's Creed game of all time. They've been making bank, Sir X-Men. I know this sucks to hear. It sucked for me to read months ago. We had it as a topic on Bullshit actually a couple of months ago. It sucked for me to even read it. But it's just the reality on the ground. It's the same thing with monetization and mobile gaming. It sucks to find out that that's what's dominating gaming. It is the most profitable entertainment medium on the planet. But when you get into the weeds, it's not games like Remnant 2 that are making gaming this amazing big engine that just shits money every nanosecond. That's not, it's Candy Crush that's doing that. It's Warzone that's doing that. It's Fortnite. It's not proper games that me and you would call proper games. It's stuff like that's making the money. Cozy says Rayman is so good. Rayman is a game unlike Metal Gear. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I want them to make a Rainbow Six Vegas style game. That would be nice. That would be awesome. Ooh, Vincent Vega bringing the facts. Valhalla made $1 billion. GTA 5, 8 billion. Dude, they're making billions off of making crap games. Well, GTA is not crap. It's just crap that they're not giving us GTA 6, but GTA is not crap. Hey, welcome in, Jacob. Welcome in. Rayman 2 is the game ever. I think best game ever. That's what you want to say. You play against pirate robots on flying ships. All right. Jacob is standing in line. Also agreeing, says we need a new Rayman. All right, let's knock out this article here with the trophies. As a result of this, the game also doesn't currently have a platinum trophy, which is somewhat unusual for a full price release. Again, going back to Vincent's point about we need to stop. This thing is going to sell. It is already selling. It's not clear whether this will change before the game is officially released on November 10th or before pre-order customers start playing the game's campaign later today via early access. If it does remain this way, it may explain reports back in February that this year's Call of Duty was going to be a continuation of last year's Modern Warfare 2 rather than entirely separate release. Why don't they just make a continuation? Give us a MW3 properly next year. A Bloomberg report cited people familiar with the project who claimed that Activision's original plan was to release a major expansion for Modern Warfare 2, but that the DLC had morphed into a full game. It claimed that the Activision's goal for the game was to create something that feels like a standalone full-price release and also an extension of Modern Warfare 2. God damn it. I want to know who made the decision. Who made the decision to be like, no, let's make this a full game? That person needs to be jobless. I'm sorry. Or at the very least, demoted. In August, Activision explained that players will be able to carry over most of their collected Call of Duty content to Modern Warfare 3, giving further credibility to the previous reports that it was originally supposed to be a Modern Warfare 2 expansion. Despite these suggestions, Activision confirmed a few days later that Modern Warfare 3 will cost $70, insisting to Charlie Intel that the game is a premium release, not an expansion, and will be priced accordingly. So the reason Modern Warfare and Call of Duty in general makes bank all the time is because we are not the majority. most of the people that buy Call of Duty don't keep track of trophies. Most of the people that even buy Call of Duty don't even play the campaigns. They buy Call of Duty because it's the new Call of Duty, and all of their friends are going to be on it day one in the lobby. So it's like a ritual thing. And I see it all the time with my brothers when it comes to FIFA. So for us, this is like a travesty. It's horrible. It's terrible. But for like 90% of the people that buy Call of Duty, all they see when they turn on their Series X is new Call of Duty. That's all they see. All this technical stuff that we are discussing right now, they don't know. And even if you try to explain, half of their brains will fall asleep when you're trying to explain it. So sales-wise, this won't affect Call of Duty at all. Vincent says DLC, as long as they give me at least 500 gamer score for finishing the 3-hour campaign. Raichi, don't be a gamer score shield like that. Don't do that. Sexman says the only game I'm picking up is the Tomb Raider trilogy. I don't care about any other game coming out. Yeah, I think after Spider-Man 2, in terms of like big AAA, I'm with you, Sir X-Man. The year is done. 2023, the year is done in terms of releases. Thank fuck, because this has been one of the greatest years, period. You can put this right up there with 2004, 2002, 2007. Just amazing games came out this year. Vincent says all they want is new COD. It's nasty. Yeah. And it's a vicious cycle. It's a social cycle. And this is why, right? This is why I think the purchase of Call of Duty of Activision is such a big monumental shift for Xbox, because Call of Duty is not even the campaigns. Call of Duty is to gaming, or to first person gaming, what Twitter is to social media. It's where people go to congregate. It's just the thing people do as gamers. There's no, it's amazing, so we must partake. No, we partake, and that is all. That's the space that Call of Duty is in. That's the space that FIFA is in. People just partake because they must partake. So yeah, this sucks, but in general, for 90% of people that interact with Call of Duty, it's nothing. Richie says no more people have excess money because they work. We don't have this excess money because of YouTube. COD will sell. Yeah, pretty much. Moving on. Capcom programmer says mods should be blocked as they're no different from cheating. Oh man. Taro Yahagi argues that they're implementing the same way as cheat tools and can cause problems. A Capcom programmer has argued that user-created mods for its PC games should be blocked because they're no different to cheat tools on a technical level. As spotted by PC Games, and the statement was made last week during the talk given at Capcom's open conference. During a discussion focused on anti-cheat and anti-piracy measures in PC games, programmer Taro Yahagi explained that while some players use mods to enhance their games, fundamentally they're no different from cheat tools and other malicious modifications. Guys, I got so much to say on this. Let's finish the article. Let's finish. But before then, Jacob says, what? You heard that a Barbie movie is no code. If they do that, no. Listen, just because stuff releases at the same in the same window doesn't mean you should like this 1x2. Don't do that. It's not cool. Rachie says the only COD campaign I finished was World War II game. Okay. But let's carry on. Yahagi noted that while mods are popular with users because they allow them to add or change various features to an existing game, they should still be blocked by anti-cheat and anti-piracy software because they're implemented in the same way. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to be able to finish this. I can't finish this and not say what I think. First off, Yahagi needs to sit down, right, and go home. Okay? First off, mods and cheats are beautiful. They are the spice to life in terms of gaming. I miss the PS1, the PS2 days where you could get a game and put in a bunch of cheats on console and essentially break the game and just do whatever. It added, like, you would play through San Andreas like vanilla, right? You could play San Andreas vanilla and then just restart San Andreas and do all sorts of wild stuff in it. And instead of the one and done stuff that we get with a lot of campaign focused games, you could literally have a game that you could play for a year, 2, 5 years and still be having fun with it. Mods make that possible. Cheats make that possible. I don't know if you guys in the chat think I'm being messy, but I honestly think that cheats are an integral part of games. All right? Not just for fun, but also for accessibility. What about that guy, right? Or gal, all right? What about that guy or gal that likes playing first-person shooters, but has a specific disability that makes them slow to aim? What about that person? They like playing through campaign shooters, not online shooters. I'm talking about campaign, going through stories. They like doing that, but they're terrible at aiming. Aimbots. You've now opened an entire catalog of games just by giving them essentially a cheat. Remove said cheat, you are now removing gaming from that person. To quote Phil Spencer or Phil Spender, depending on which side you lean, depending on Phil, we all win when everyone plays. So cheats can not only be fun, they can be for accessibility. What about that person that just wants to fly in a game that doesn't allow them to fly, but has an engine that can withstand them flying? Let them have some fun. Where's the drawback? I don't see the drawback here. Sure, if it's a multiplayer game, people are competing, etc. Yes, turn on anti-cheat and anti-whatever. All right, fair enough. But campaign games where you're playing by yourself, what's the problem with cheats, with mods? They're not just not a net negative. They are a positive, in my opinion. Let's carry on with the article. In a slide which asks, should you target mods in your anti-cheat, anti-piracy programs? Yahagi noted all mods are defined as cheats, except when they are officially supported. Again, fuck off with that shit. Starfield has shown us that officially supported is crap. Officially supported is limiting to the creativity of the people that make some of the best mods you've ever seen. So no, again, Yahagi, L. He added, what they're doing internally is no different than cheating. Again, what's wrong with cheating? My problem is that at no point has Yahagi stated that cheating in multiplayer games is a problem, but single player games is fine. This is a blanket statement. There shouldn't be any mods or cheats that are not officially supported. Fuck that. Narrating the slides, he explained, for the purposes of anti-cheat and anti-piracy, all mods are defined as cheats. This is to say that mods that are not officially supported by the game are impossible to distinguish from cheat tools implementation-wise, yeah? While he conceded that the majority of mods can have a positive impact on the game, no duh, Yahagi pointed out that some mods can be detrimental to the company, both in terms of reputational damage and in terms of workload. What? People are actually making you work? That sucks. We should actively be sitting here and making it easier for you to get a paycheck without doing work. You're so correct, Yahagi. Wow. He argued that some mods are offensive to public order and morals. Oh Lord. So this is like the mod of the guy that removed, well, guy or gal, I don't know, the persons who removed the gay flag in Spider-Man and then got banned. And then same maybe not the same person, but same idea, I guess. Someone removed the pronouns. There was a mod that removed the pronouns in Starfield, and they also got banned from Nexus mods. So, yeah. These can be mistaken for legitimate implementations, causing bad publicity for Capcom. Shut the fuck up, Yahagi. Shut the fuck up. No, just no. This has never happened. No one has ever made a mod on any specific game, and then right, people extrapolated that mod and attached it to the devs that made the base game. That has never happened. It's always been very clear this is a mod and the original version has or doesn't have X or Y. So cut the cap. Just tell us you want to control everything. You don't want ownership of anything. Just say that and stop pretending like we're idiots. He said malicious or buggy mods can increase Capcom's workload because affected players can use up the publisher's support resources as they try to investigate and resolve issues that the stock game may not present. Again, dude, we are only here to give you money and to not give you work. Capcom has received backlash in the past for adding the controversial Denuvo anti-tamper technology in some of its Steam games, including Resident Evil Village in 2021. In April 2023, Village was updated to have Denuvo removed. According to Yahagi, the company's RE engine, which is used for most of its games, has its own security module which offers a uniform anti-cheating and anti-piracy policy, which can be evolved and improved for each new game. So, in conclusion, Taro Yahagi, wow, what a series of terrible takes. Just, what does Taro Yahagi look like? I don't know. I'm curious. Okay, definitely not an anime girl. All right, Taro Yahagi is not. Okay, here's Taro. Uh-huh. Yep, he looks like he would say something like that. He looks like it. Xbox should make a game called 666 Fire Burn the Ritual of Satan. Wow. Richie, he is cheating. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, no life, dude. Lol, I 360 no scope him with my Guitar Hero controller. That's what people do some crazy stuff with controllers. Cozy capping for Broken Roads again. Okay, Assassin's Creed RPG Trilogy hates cheaters because they can't sell XP booster packs. Yes, that is specifically the reason. And that's why most of these devs want to get rid of just control of whatever game you get. They want to get rid of the control because then they can monetize it to hell and back. Hashtag support GOG, because GOG is not trying to mess with you or your games. Jacob, yeah, the mod who turned wizard sticks to guns in Hogwarts Legacy was funny. What? Someone did that? No way. Come on. Mod that turned wizard sticks to guns, Hogwarts Legacy. No way. There's no way that actually happened. How did I not see this? Where's the gun? Okay, here's the gun. Let's jump to the gun. The fuck? Okay, internet is not helping, like, at all. Okay. Where's the gun? I don't see the gun. Is that a Beretta? Okay, let's see some. Oh my. Oh, come on. See, even the fact, right? Even the fact that they purposefully did not show the video of you using the gun, it just goes to like the sensitivity of where we're at right now. There's probably someone offended with this app. Someone probably tried to get the gun removed in Hogwarts Legacy. And if enough people capped for it, talking about they're offended, we wouldn't have the mod. So yeah, people like that and Mr. Taro Yahagi can go buzz off. All of them. Uh Microsoft Store games are trash. The save files are encrypted. The game folder is encrypted. Yeah, yeah. It's not great. It's not great at all. Just go to GOG, guys. We should all start like heavily investing in GOG. They actually they say they're for the gamers, and when you read the fine print, it still says for the gamers. All the other companies they say they're for the gamers, but when you read the fine print, it's like fuck off. Anyway, moving on. The final studio responds to backlash at its decision to use AI voice acting. Making games without actors isn't an end goal, Embark claims. So before we get into this, Cozy specifically, I'd like to get your take on this one as a dev of video games. I think it's interesting because the idea of AI voices, I think, would cut the cost of development like way down, way down. Not just the cost monetarily, but in terms of time, having thousands of takes. Whereas with AI, all you have to do is just type out the script, which you would do regardless, but then just press play and Bob's your uncle. So, a surface level, looking at it surface level wise, right? From a developer standpoint, this is a plus. I'm not sure if AI voice acting can bring out, the emotive ways, like the voice acting in itself. I think like it can say the words, but can you say the words? You know what I mean? You see what I just did there? There's say the words and there's say the words. So I'm curious about your take on AI voice taking, Cozy. But me personally, this doesn't look like a bad deal. It sucks for the actors. It sucks for the actors, and I'd just like to say for anyone that, like, if you have a job right now, you need to seriously sit down and consider, in 10 years, in 20 years, can what I do be automated? If it can, it's time to wake up. I'm just saying, it's time to get your shit together and figure out a way to do your job and start another career path. That's just my 2 cents. Jacob says they're a version of the first 10 minutes first film with guns. Yeah, AI voice works well for non-important NPC. Yeah. So again, exactly to my point. Yeah. NPC, fine, whatever. But with AI, dude, maybe I'm taking it too like sci-fi. I'm leaning too much into AI. But I think now it's only for the NPCs, but it will keep evolving. They will figure out ways to tweak and tone to tweak tones and cadences to make it more and more human. And it's just going to get worse or better depending on who you are and how you look at it. So it's a dangerous time to be alive. We need to check our replaceability on like a monthly basis, in my opinion. Embark Studios, the developer behind new multiplayer FPS The Finals, has responded to backlash following news that it uses AI for the game's voices. The Finals has enjoyed a strong opening on Steam, but some players have reacted negatively to the discovery that the game mostly uses AI instead of real voice actors. The revelation was uncovered in a podcast with the game's audio designer, Andreas Almstrom. I think I murdered that, but yeah. Who claimed that with a few exceptions, the game uses artificial intelligence for the in-game vocal recordings. Embark has now confirmed that the game uses a combination of both AI and real actors, stating making games without actors isn't an end goal. Yes, it is. Stop it. These companies exist to make a profit. Any chance to not spend money shall be taken. We use a combination of recorded voice audio and audio generated via text to speech (TTS) tools in our games, depending on the context. Sometimes recording real scenes where actors get together, allowing character chemistry and conflict to shape the outcome, is something that adds depth to our game worlds that technology can't emulate yet. Other times, especially when it relates to contextual in-game action callouts, TTS allows us to have tailored voice-over where we otherwise wouldn't, for example, due to speed of implementation. The use of AI in games is a current pressure point in the video game industry. Not just video games, movies, dude. Animation, everything. The use of AI in everything is a sticking point, and anyone who is not aware of the encroaching army of bots, literal bots, not console war bots, literal bots. Anyone that's not aware is going to be hurting in like 5 or 6 years. We should all be not just aware of AI, but actively using AI so we can grade our replaceability, but also leverage AI to make money for us. Don't sleep on it, guys. Don't do it. Rachie says people are scared to have NPC talking like a Mass Effect L-Core. Today, bruv. Remember, ChatGPT didn't start off what it is, like the way it is now. They kept improving on it and improving on it and improving on it. Now it's a freaking monster. SAG-AFTRA is seeking an 11% increase. Okay, so SAG-AFTRA, the union for US actors, is moving towards a potential strike against video game publishers, with AI serving as a key topic. SAG-AFTRA is seeking an 11% increase in wages for game performers, which is the same it's seeking for those who work under film and television contracts. It also wants protections from AI, which it says poses a threat to performers' artistry and livelihoods. 100%. It does pose a threat. There's no fighting it. Because, like, they're already immortalizing faces, right? And they're buying faces. I think they bought Robin Williams' face and they bought Harrison Ford's face or likeness, whatever, and they can de-age them or age them or whatever and use them in perpetuity, right? So people are selling their faces forever. You don't think people will be able to sell their voices forever? Like, as soon as someone brings up as soon as the next app for voice AI comes up, right? That actually works, not just one that spits out the words when you type. I'm talking about one where you can accurately change the tones for each and every word, and you can change the cadence. You can add aggression. You can remove aggression. You can move the voice, right, in real time in that app. As soon as that becomes a real thing, and people and our ears can't tell the difference when we listen, the same way there's now like these apps that generate faces that you can't even tell if it's really George Bush or if it's really Donald Trump or whatever. As soon as they can do that with voices, it's a wrap. It's over. So these companies, they might sign the deal now. They'll sign the deal now. But that's because the AI hasn't evolved to that point. But as soon as it evolves, you can bet your bottom dollar all the development companies, whether it's Hollywood, whether it's video games, whatever, they will go through a lawsuit. They would rather pay 10 billion, 100 billion to all the actors and performers on the planet. They'll pay them and be like, here's the settlement. This agreement that we had in 2023 is now null and void. They'll pay it. You know why? Because after they cancel this deal that they're about to sign, and then they can use AI in perpetuity, because that's what companies are. Don't forget, corporations, they're not here for today, and they're not here for you and me. Corporations are there for profit. So all someone's going to have to calculate in 2028 or 2032 is that from now until 2050, that 100 billion we're going to spend to cancel this agreement, we're going to make it back. And then after that, into perpetuity, we'll never need humans ever again. We'll just be making content free. We don't have to worry about sets. We don't have to worry about health insurance. We don't have to worry about the actor having sexual assaults charges. We don't have to worry about nothing. There's no risk because everything will become automated, and it'll be as good as if it was a real person. So yes, this is definitely a risk. Jacob says that is scary. Oh man, the future, man, the future. So X-Man, AI would not be a thing if people were not so lazy. So X-Man, that's a double-edged sword, and dude, everything we have and are is out of laziness. Vehicles, cars exist because the human race is lazy. Wheels exist because we're lazy. Almost every invention that we've ever made is because someone was so freaking lazy and he was like, how can I make this more efficient? We quoted it in efficiency. But yeah, essentially, there's no way we wouldn't get here. We could restart the human race on another planet. Don't give them any resources. It'll take them millennia, but they will eventually reach the precipice that we're on right now. Why? Because the human mind will still be the human mind, trying to just make everything better, but also easier. Jacob says Scarlett Johansson, who plays Black Widow, is suing an AI app who uses her likeness. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out, because I saw something like that on Twitter, but then it's like the app could have like a slight deformation on her nose, make it a little crooked. Is it still Scarlett Johansson? Like, you could change the eye color. Technically, in a courtroom, is that still Scarlett Johansson? You know what I mean? Rachie says, I told you, Anakin, the AI is taking over. Vincent says, never again have to worry about Alec Baldwin shooting people on set. Exactly. And dude, you're laughing, but that is exactly how trillion and billion-dollar companies are looking at risk mitigation. We want to make the most amount of money while putting in the least amount of work and running the least amount of risk. You don't have to worry about having a Brie Larson that will nuke the brand by shitting on 80% of the people that care about Marvel. Yes, the people that care about Marvel is old white guys. I love Marvel, but I'm not gonna sit here and cap and be like, most of the African continent, we just can't get enough of Marvel. No, that's not the truth. It's not the truth. The people that go out and buy the comic books, the people that watch all the movies, that buy the DVD box sets, it's either old or middle-aged white dudes. And then with AI, you'll never have to worry about one of your actors or actresses, which are bots, coming out and being like, oh, I don't like the base of people that support the brand that's paying me. That's never going to happen again. So yeah, it's a real thing. Raichi says gaming triangle: time, quality, profit. Yes. Yes. All right. As for the whole AI thing with the finals, still, for me, I'm looking at its surface level. Long term, it really sucks for the people that are voice actors. This is a sign, dude. Don't think the finals is just an outlier. They're the first ones through the door. They're not going to be the only ones. You can count on this happening like very often in the next 5-6 years. Moving on. Oh, okay. I was watching 21 Kiloton. All right, so we're going back to some IRL stuff. Michael Jordan's blunt forward message to his son about dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. So before we even get into it, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, his son, his son is dating his ex colleague's ex-wife. I think this is a very awkward situation. You know what? People can do whatever. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's a very awkward situation, in my opinion. Vincent says, old white dudes, what about Wakanda forever? First off, Wakanda is not a real place. It's I know. All the Wokies want it to be. It's really not a real place. It's not. The audio jack and microSD lost their jobs. It's all the Series S's fault. Yeah, pretty much. Michael Jordan's son is dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. It's also the Series S's problem. Anyway, let's get into it. Pablo Torres interview this week with Michael Jordan's son Marcus and his girlfriend Larsa Pippen. Larsa, that's such a weird name. The ex-wife of Scottie Pippen was as wild as anything you'll see all year. The relationship dynamics at play are beyond strange, which the two even admitted to Tory and Charlotte Wilder. So this is the quote. Aesthetically, it probably doesn't look good, Pippen said of the peculiarity of the relationship. Just to hear of it, it doesn't resonate well with people. But the two do seem happy for the most part. The interview seemed normal, at least. Okay, perhaps the most viral moment in the interview came when Marcus Jordan said he'd like his father to be his best man. He's going to marry her, Lord. Which would be a whole additional layer of weird to this situation. But Marcus Jordan also provided some key context to how his father has approached the relationship with his former teammate's ex-wife. And according to Marcus, Michael Jordan has been supportive. The main thing for my dad was, you're a grown adult, Marcus Jordan said. Ultimately, as long as I'm happy, he's happy. He's never intervened in my dating life prior to Larissa and is not going to start now. I just want to say this is weird. This is weird because she's like 48, he's 32. It's yeah. It's definitely something. Vincent says more like Series X. Yeah, with the EX. All right. Nice work. Nice wordplay. Jacob says, can't AIs help game developers? The AI are making a game location, for example, and you as a dev fill in the missteps the AI takes. The problem with that, Jacob, and this is why we need to understand AI. Just because it's doing one thing does not, you shouldn't assume it's going to stop there. AI, the nature of it, of artificial intelligence, the nature of artificial intelligence is to get better. And it gets better at an exponential rate. It keeps getting smarter. It does it faster and faster and faster. So eventually, the dev that has to come in there and fix the missteps, there's no more missteps. There's no more missteps. No more job. We don't need this dev. And this is not even to say that we don't it's right. I'm not even arguing whether it's right. I'm just talking about from a company perspective. There's no corporation that's going to be like, we don't need to have Jacob Novak in the team. He is his salary, right? Even if it's something minuscule, we pay Jacob Novak $5,000 a month. We have AI that does his job. If we remove Jacob Novak, the AI will do his job and it will cost us zero. It's a no-brainer at that point. Simple as. Rachie says this is equally weird as Peter Parker and Felicia pairing. Yeah. Jacob, I thought it said Michael B. Jordan. Message to his son. No. Scott Pilgrim's ex-girlfriend. Yeah. Ooh, this analogy fits properly. Corporations see employees as leeches stealing their profits. 100%. 1,000%. That is the relationship. Moving on. HBO boss Casey Bloys apologizes after fake Twitter accounts were used to hit back at critics. Ooh. So HBO CEO Casey Bloys has apologized after being called out for using fake Twitter accounts to hit back at negative reviews. The executive was accused of being obsessed with Twitter in a damning report that revealed HBO used fake accounts on social media to respond to negative reviews from critics. Speaking at an event in New York, as reported by Sky News, Bloys explained he was very, very passionate about his network's programming and came up with a very dumb idea to vent my frustration. He explained that 6 tweets were posted over a period of a year and a half in response to TV critics who had given negative reviews to the network's shows. I do apologize to the people who were mentioned in the leaked emails and texts, he said. Oh, wow. So the text he references were provided by Rolling Stone and are part of wrongful termination claim against HBO from former employee Sully Tamori. Tamori claims to have been wrongfully terminated in a separate matter, but was also asked to set up burner Twitter accounts by HBO bosses. Alleged text messages sent between 2021 and 2020 revealed that Bloys, along with HBO's senior vice president of drama programming, Kathleen McCaffrey. Why is there always a Kathleen involved? Why? There's always a Kathleen. Repeatedly discussed setting up fake Twitter accounts to respond to negative reviews from critics. I'm not going to go further. For me, I think it's funny. I think it's funny because you see people talking about, oh, I'm being targeted because I identify as this, or we put X group in our movies and TV show, and these people are ists and phobes and whatever, and look at all the proof of people that disagree with that. And then you have these execs coming out and confessing that they made fake accounts. My question really is, who, after seeing this, right, sits there and is like, oh, this was a one-time thing and it only happened with HBO. Definitely has never happened with Netflix, not with Marvel. Star Wars? No. Star Wars is beloved. People that don't like the new Star Wars, bigots. And there's proof, because if you go online, there's thousands of accounts just calling them bigots. So that's true. That's as far as I'm going to go with this. Like, I'm not surprised at all. Jacob says, fun fact, in the comics, Black Cat Felicia wanted to kiss Peter Parker, but when he took off the mask, Felicia said, because she thought his face was ugly, and she threw. God damn. Okay. Games of Thrones in real life. Can't wait for a red comment section. Pretty much. Matthew Hum, welcome in, Matthew. Matthew says, wokeness over passion of the craft. It is rampant. It's sad to think about, like your comment, Matthew, is something I would months ago, maybe years ago, would dismiss quickly. But now I sit here and I'm like, there's so much evidence that just reemphasizes what you're talking about. And then you have the South Park episode, Into the Pandaverse, that just came out. Jesus, them boys. I mean, like, that show will be relevant forever, as long as those two dudes are running. I think it's Matt and Trey or something. Those guys, right? I thought Rick and Morty captured the zeitgeist, but South Park, like, consistently, dude, it's like banger after banger after banger. Look at it. Go back, check the previous seasons. Every season, there's like 8 or 9 episodes that just destroy the internet. And everyone's just like, yo, did you see the new South Park? Pandaverse, just mwah, mwah. So yes, Matt, I agree with your sentiment. It's a whole bunch of people that get into it, but they're not into the thing for the thing. And this is why I didn't want a remake of Metal Gear. I was like, if they remake Metal Gear, give it to Kojima, or make sure there's no Americans. No offense, Matthew. I'm assuming you're an American from your name. No offense. But I don't want a remake of a beloved IP from Americans, because then, stuff happens. That's all I want to say. Stuff happens. So, X-Man, I hate AI customer service when you call somebody. Yeah, it sucks. Rachie, Felicia threw up because she kissed a pubescent kid. I feel like I need to see this comic book. It sounds very interesting, Rachie. And I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. Most of the comic books that I would run after is like Blade, Captain America, Batman. Obviously, everyone loved Batman. I read a bit of Superman after he died, because when I first saw, like, when Superman was first explained to me, I was kind of like, that would suck. This guy sounds like he's unbeatable. And then they're like, no, he's got a weakness called kryptonite. And then I read a couple of comics and I saw how Lex Luthor would kind of use kryptonite against him, and it was like, I didn't like the implementation. I was like, okay, so he's never actually like really beaten. It's just a gimmick. So I was like, fuck it. And then I really went into Superman after Doomsday killed him, because then I was like, wow, this guy beat him like, mano a mano, let's go. And he beat his ass. So comic book wise, I didn't really read much Spider-Man. Martin says, walking on eggshells is not what the fans want. If they do that, they will massacre your boy. Yeah. Walking on eggshells, you destroy the artistic value of it. It's why when Kojima makes a character like Sniper Wolf, he made Sniper Wolf. There was no committee talking about that's not sensitive to Russian women in Spetsnaz. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, dude, just make the character, oh, sexy Russian sniper, all types of flirting, and make sure her outfit doesn't match what she's supposed to be doing. We don't give a fuck. Just do whatever, you know? And then he makes quiet as well in MGS5. He, they have the creative freedom to just go ham. And when you go ham, shout out to Ham Solo. When you go ham in anything, really, even like this live stream I'm doing now, when you go ham in anything, even if you fail, bruv, you were able to put your actual vision out there. You did not limit yourself. You were not limited. And that makes whatever you made authentic. And people love authenticity, even if it's shit. If they do not, if they do that, they will massacre your boy. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. So Konami sucks, but I'm still glad that it's Konami that's making the Metal Gear remake, not Naughty Dog. All right, because then I don't know, Snake gets his head bashed in before he even jumps off the plane, and we have another protagonist. You know what I mean? So X-Men, look, when do we start having an AI NFL players on the field, guys? And this is what's heartbreaking. But the jocks have it right. These are the guys that are irreplaceable. They will forever be irreplaceable. That's why, even though television is dying per se, live sports, nothing. It's more people are watching it. It's only gaining value. If you are right now like a teenager and you're playing football and you're playing basketball, you're playing any sport, and someone's telling you to quit that to do tech, study engineering, do whatever, bro, settle your ass down and focus on your sports career. Because your sports career in 20 years will still be viable. You cannot replicate the human interaction. I saw a robot, right, bouncing a ball. No one cares. No, they could make fully functioning robots to play basketball. We would still give more attention to the humans playing basketball. That's why the whole AI voice thing, it matters more when they figure out how to change the cadence and the aggression, etc., of said voices. But voices is something you hear, right? It's not something you see. When you see LeBron, you see him. He is there in front of you. You can't replicate that. There's no machine that can replicate that. So, yeah. Superman is a story of a god walking among humans, and we see his story about how much more human he is than the people he protects. Well, that's not what I took from Superman. I guess I read his comics wrong. Because it says Superman's problem is that his best stories are actually dramas. Could you guys link me to a couple of these great stories? Because for me, the only one that was great was Armageddon. That was it. Was his name Armageddon? I'm forgetting. I think his name was Armageddon, the guy that killed Superman. Live sports are stats with mathematics put in action. AI will create the future teams. They can create the rosters and all that stuff, bro. They cannot actually go out there and play. They can't. And also the whole AI and stats working is not really 100%, because according to the AI and the stats, James Harden would have won a title by now because he is the most efficient at the most efficient moves. The three, right? If you combine all of them, right? The three and the layups, and also getting free throws, he's the most efficient at all three. If you combine them, no championships, not even a finals appearance. But that's what the numbers tell us, right? The numbers also told us that the Lakers in the COVID year weren't going to go far because they didn't have shooting. They just had a bunch of big men. What happened? What happened, Rachie? All right. Vincent says we already have robot football World Cups. For real? I didn't know that. Oh, okay. So X-Men, you're right. Yes, his name is Doomsday. Yes. Sorry. I used the wrong name. See? More proof that I'm not a Superman guy. All right? His name is Doomsday. Rachie says, Cozy, remember Fate's Stay Night? Sir Tristan said to King Arthur, the king understands not of human heart. It was pure drama. Okay. I can see why you added Cozy on that one, because I don't understand nothing about what you just said. Moving on. And this one was supposed to be, actually, it was a topic we delved into on Friday. So I'm not going to get super into it. Just really quickly, 4 out of 10. There's people talking about it's copium. If you think it's problematic that they got a 4, then give me the copium. Let me chug on that copium, because Call of Duty, in my opinion, has always been a reskin. Every single one of them, they've all been reskins, in my opinion, and they've all averaged 7 and above. The one time it's an Xbox One, now it's a 4. I don't know, guys. I'm just looking at the numbers. Okay, look up. Okay, you know what? Screw it, Vincent. Let's look this stuff up. Robot World Cup. Fuck it. The fuck? No way. You joking? This is a real thing? I thought you were fucking around. How do they defend? Okay. What? This is a thing. Okay, penalty. Here we go. How do you defend as a keeper? How do you? Oh Lord. Okay, this looks like something Sir X-Men would want to watch. The hell is the player's falling on the floor, takes 5 seconds to get up. Okay, let's try this again. Let's go. Here we go. Kick, motherfucker, kick. Hey! Go! Oh my Lord, this is just embarrassing. What? He kicks it and he falls. He can't even maintain his balance. No, guys. Again, I would like to reiterate, if you are a sports like major, right? If you're playing football, if you're playing basketball, if you're playing American football, whatever sport, right? Just don't quit. Don't quit. You're good. You are not running any risk. Your career will not be outsourced to robots. Not even your son's career will be outsourced. You're good. All right. Oh Lord. We had teams at university. How much funding did you get, Vince? Be honest. How much? Could you guys even afford a bus? Could you afford? Was the school putting enough money for you guys to catch a bus to go to another state and have a hotel, not a motel, a hotel to stay at? Be real. Come on, bro. What did he say? I will name my second child Def 122, greatest bit of the generation. Okay. That joke right over my head. Let's go. Moving on. Microsoft employees are reportedly losing free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate access. Again, guys, corporations don't actually like you. They don't. They tolerate you because they can't outsource your job to a computer and not have to pay for health insurance, not have to pay for accommodation on work trips, not have to pay salaries or benefits or anything. Most Microsoft employees will soon lose access to a perk of the job that offers them a free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription. So, according to The Verge, the company started informing staff this week that the benefit will be removed in January 2024, while Xbox staff will continue to receive the perk. Staff not employed in the gaming division will instead have to buy a discounted 12-month subscription at Microsoft's internal store if they want to continue. Okay. So it's not everyone that's losing it. You have to work for Xbox directly. If you work for Xbox, you got your subscription. If you work for Microsoft, tough titties. But you still get a discounted version. So that's something, right? I think that's something. Vincent says others are competing in a building sub 1L cars. Green Team world record. Raichi, buy multiple consoles if you are multiple players in your household. I guess. After some employees voiced unhappiness with the changes, Xbox boss Phil Spencer reportedly said he'd been unaware of the plan and was looking into. Oh, okay. So this might get a retraction because everyone knows that Phil Spencer is the good guy. Microsoft, and I'm not even saying that unironically. Like Phil Spencer will probably roll this back. I would be shocked if it doesn't get rolled back. But again, just like most things in gaming, when the news is bad, you will hear about it. When this eventually gets rolled back a week, 2 weeks from now, a month from now, no one's going to report on it because it's good news. No one cares. You know, just like the Spider-Man 2 patch. When it was all bad, oh, the flags, they put the wrong flag in Miles's house. Oh, the glitches and whatever. Everyone was on it. They patched it. They patched the shit out of it. I think it's actually one of the topics here. Is it not? Let me see. Damn it. So I'm actually playing into the trope that I'm bitching about right now. It's not one of my topics, but I did see it, right? They patched the shit out of the game. The game is apparently fine. No one's talking about it. When Phil Spencer rolls this back and everyone at Microsoft still gets Game Pass Ultimate, no one's going to talk about it. So it is what it is. Rachel says, I believe they track back on the Game Pass situation. True. Remember, even if the employee isn't a gamer, maybe his children are. Yeah, true. So yeah, Microsoft raised the price. The platform hold also replaced. Okay. Spencer said last October that Game Pass growth on console had slowed down, but that the number of PC subscriber was growing rapidly. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said last week Starfield launched in September, setting new record for most new Game Pass subscriptions in a single day. Guys, you want to know what's going to break this record that Satya is talking about for new subscription for Game Pass? When they're done, because I'm wondering, I don't know about this factually. No one has told me, but I am 100% sure that right now there is a committee at Xbox sitting there and deciding how they're going to integrate mobile into Game Pass or Game Pass into mobile, specifically Activision and King. There is a team that's sitting, that's all they're doing. And as soon as they launch it, the record Satya is talking about here because of Starfield is going to be a blip on the map. Because then half the planet will be on Game Pass. Watch. Vincent, it already was rolled back. Oh, was it? Okay. All right. Well, I guess that just shows that we have a good measure of Phil Spencer. Moving on. Xbox pushes full screen pop-up ads for Modern Warfare 3. The platform holder is promoting early access following the completion of the Activision deal. I think we all need to settle down here, guys. I saw a lot of crap this past week. A lot of people were stressed out about this. From what I can see here, right, it's like the button is, when you turn on the Xbox, the button is automatically on buy now, right? You essentially have to, damn it, I forgot I don't have an Xbox. I don't have an Xbox, but just dream with me here, all right? Assume this is an Xbox controller. You essentially have to click 1, 2, and then A. People, human beings, right? Human beings with lives, with jobs, etc., were losing their minds because of 3 clicks. Now, we're going to get into the article. I haven't read it. All the articles that I'm reading today and I will read in future, I will react to live as we're like we're going to read the article together. But my assumption here is that this ad is a one-time thing. You turn on your console and it shows up once, right? For me, this doesn't seem like a deal breaker. It doesn't seem like a problem because it's a game that is being promoted on a platform. Last time I checked, when Spider-Man 2 came out, sure. It wasn't exactly like this, all right? It did not dominate the whole screen and make it so you had to opt out of buying Spider-Man 2 as soon as you got in the game, in the console. But I do remember that as soon as Spider-Man 2 came out, it was very hard to not know that Spider-Man 2 is out. Same thing for Starfield. And I assume Nintendo does the same thing for their Mario games or Zelda, etc. So for me, when I saw this, I was like, this is a complete nothing burger. People are getting pissed off for the sake of being pissed off. You know, when you don't have anything other than being pissed off in your personality, you only search for things to be pissed off about. And that's what I think happened here, in my opinion. But let's move on. Hold on. Vincent says, does an Xbox have a B button? Oh, come on, dude. I just asked you to just dream with me for a second. Apparently, it's full screen each boot. Oh, each boot. I think I'd be miffed about that. Not enough to go on social media and lose my shit. I think I'd be slightly annoyed. Yeah, I'd be annoyed. The box ad box wasn't big enough. They took the whole screen Fortnite style. Vincent says Nintendo doesn't do it. Oh, okay. They're classy. All right, cool. Let's carry on. As pictured by a social media user embedded below, the full screen ad appears when users boot their consoles and features call-outs to purchase Modern Warfare 3's premium version. This isn't the first time Xbox has served this kind of advert on consoles. In recent weeks, it pushed out similar full-screen promotions for Starfield and Forza Motorsport. For real? Because when I still had my Series X, I didn't see any full screens. Maybe that they did it now, like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. However, the Call of Duty ad is notable since it represents a significant marketing push for what is now one of Microsoft's largest gaming franchises. It appears that the pop-up ads are a one-off occurrence and are easily closed. So they are one-off for that session if you don't turn off the console. Modern Warfare 3's campaign was made available today. A direct sequel. Completed the acquisition. Speaking Speaking on the official Xbox podcast, Microsoft's head of gaming suggested that the kind of exclusive skins and timed exclusivity count drops. Okay, so now they're just giving us a roundup of the parity conversation, etc. Okay, so here it is. If this was a one-time thing, I don't give a fuck. If this is a every time I turn on my Xbox thing, I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. I'm not going on Twitter and losing my shit the way some people have been throwing tantrums over it, right? But I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed the way. Here's a good example. I'm annoyed at this the same way I'm annoyed at loading screens in Starfield, because I love Starfield. I think Starfield is one of the best games ever made. Like, not even kind of great. No, it's there. It's there. If there's a list of 100 of the best games ever made, Starfield's there, in my opinion. And not even like by a hair's breadth, like close. They almost didn't make it. No, they're definitely there. They're definitely in that list. But I'm annoyed at the loading screens. I don't like the loading screens in Starfield. I look forward to the day that they release Starfield on Xbox, whatever the fuck, Brooklyn, not Brooklyn, but the next generation, right, of Xboxes, and they completely remove the loading screens. I don't know if that's even possible with the way they designed the game, but I'm annoyed at the game at the loading screens, but I'm not going to say it's a terrible game because of it. This annoys me, but I'm not going to not turn on my Xbox because of it. I'm not going to say this is one of the worst consumer moves ever because of it. No. It's just an annoyance. That's where I'm going. Richie says, when are you going to stream about Shaka and African developers? I'll probably look into that next week. Because essentially a lot of these topics we were supposed to cover on Bullsitting on Friday, but because we went left so many times and ran out of time, we didn't look into them. But Ham and I had a chat about it, and what we're going to do in future episodes is, and I hope you guys are okay with this, if the show ends up being 4 hours, so be it. It will be 4 hours. If it ends up being 5 hours, them's the breaks. And then we're going to cover everything that happened, regardless. So I think based off of that, there'll be more space to talk about stuff like Shaka and African devs, African games as well. I'd like to do some video reacts as well, but I need to figure out how the audio works so you guys can hear, so you can listen to what I'm actually reacting on. Yeah. So I got you, Richie. Next week, same time. Also, real quick, I really appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out with me. Really do. This time is really the fault of the Series S and the slow third gen 20. No, it really isn't, Richie. It's not. Vincent says Blizzard launch on PC was nagging me about Warzone 2 before Diablo 4 launch too. Yeah, so it's an Activision Blizzard thing. Technically, right? So the way people are blaming the Modern Warfare campaign for being crap, the way people are blaming it on Xbox, we could use Vincent's experience and say this is only happening on Xbox because someone in Activision was like, oh, I have this great idea. This is what we do usually at Activision. Let's do it at Xbox. And that's why we're having this situation. See how that works? Yeah. So again, if this was a one-time thing, whatever, now that I'm hearing that I have to opt out every single time I start the console, I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. Moving on. Modern Warfare 3 campaign can be finished in 3 to 4 hours, it's claimed. So I think we've seen this discussion ad nauseum on social media. I just want to say, Rachie with $3 super chat. Thank you so much, Rachie. Really appreciate it. Says Loke7, 3 fire emojis. Appreciate you, bro. Really do. This one with the Call of Duty thing, the campaign length, and this one's a hot take. Rachie, you might get upset at me when I say this, but I'm going to say it regardless. I think it's perfectly reasonable for the campaign to be 3 to 4 hours, because Call of Duty has been giving us substandard campaigns since 2012. The games were only worth buying, in my opinion, for the campaigns. They've been crap ever since. So whether it's 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, what's the difference really? Give us proper campaigns, or don't give us campaigns at all. Just stop it. It feels like I'm being gaslit. Pay $70, here's the campaign. 3 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. It's some bullshit. I know people talk about, no, you can't grade a game based off of the quantity of hours, but that's some bull. That is bull. You can grade a game. One of the reasons why I grade Starfield so high is just because of the sheer amount of content. It is ridiculous. Quantity matters. Quality also matters. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but quantity matters. 3 to 4 hours, that's some bullshit. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like this hasn't been bullshit for years now. It's been bullshit for 10 years, for a decade. Let's make peace with that fact. Rachie, how dare you? How can you say that to a franchise I invested 6 hours of my life into? Yep. You have invested like the prologue of Metal Gear 3. That's how much you've invested into into Modern Warfare or Call of Duty. Yeah. It's ridiculous. And what is this? What is this? Why are you this excited? Like, it's not a 4 out of 10, right? Sure, it's not a 4 out of 10, but it's not jaw agape, eyes squinting, like eyebrows all the way to the top, almost dropping a tear. Great. That's not what Modern Warfare 3 is, and I haven't even played it. But no, it's not that good. Settle down. Your face is doing too much, bro. It's doing too much. Yeah, 4 hours. It's shit, but let's be honest, it's been shit. All right. Move. Oh God, I forgot that I put this. Quantum error. So there's a whole bunch of stuff said here, but the highlight, the punchline, shall we say, is the score. Says here, mediocre, though heavy on style and creepy vibes. The scariest things going on in Quantum Error are its tepid story and characters, numerous bugs, oppressive checkpoints, and a roster of truly dumb enemies. This is better than Modern Warfare campaign. Also, why are they now rating the campaign separate from the game, separate from the multiplayer? I asked on Friday and no one sent a link. If someone can link me to the last Call of Duty that IGN rated the multiplayer separate from the campaign, I would like to eat some crow on that. I am raring to go. I have a fork and knife right now. I want to eat crow today. Otherwise, I'm very upset. What? Why? Why do you pick, right? As soon as Xbox buys it, now we're going to rate campaign and multiplayer separately. Why? Anyway, going back to Quantum Area. Sorry, Rachie says this time there was not the word "for" on the title, but it was indeed an error. It was. It was. The fact that this is rated over Call of Duty is hilarious in my opinion. It's very funny. Anyway, the discourse for this game, I assume all of you guys saw it. I'm going to make an effort for future episodes. I'm going to make an effort to bookmark and keep the more hilarious posts around like the subjects and topics that we talk about on the log. Because I saw some takes. Unfortunately, I don't have the receipts, but I saw some takes. I'm sure you guys saw some takes where people were essentially saying, okay, let's go with Reforge Gaming's video specifically. Reforge Gaming said, and this is crazy, this is insane, but Reforge Gaming said he got he got early access to the game before it came out to review it, and he was like, this is such a bad game, I'm not going to review it because I don't want to dogpile. And I sit there and I'm like, would you have the same take? Would you have the same conclusion? Would you decide not to do the same thing? Would you decide to do the same thing if it wasn't PlayStation 5, a PlayStation 5 game, or a game that was essentially timed for the PlayStation 5 and the devs weren't console warring? Would you feel the same way? Would you treat it with the same amount of kid gloves? Obviously not. And Reforge is my guy. I like him. I like Reforge, but that was a bad take. That was a bad take, because on one hand, you either sit there and you're like, I only put out reviews for games that are good, which means people shouldn't watch your reviews, because if you're not reviewing a game they're interested in, you're pointless. You're only going to review a game if it's good. So essentially, all I have to do is go to your thumbnails on YouTube, and if you have a thumbnail for a specific game and it says, I don't know, Quantum Era review, that means that game is good in your opinion. I don't have to click on it to watch your review. It's good because it's there. But if you don't review a game, then I should also just assume that game is bad. Kind of feels like you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. That's just me. It makes that logic makes zero sense. So either you only review games that are good, and the bad games you pretend they're not real, which is a disservice to the people that watch your channel, or you only do this for PlayStation games, which again, huge disservice to the people watching. So that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Quantum Error Studio is the non-popular boy trying to get attention to the most popular girl on the campus. So sad. Hey, considering they've already made back all their money for all their development costs, they maybe didn't get the girl to go to prom, but she gave them a reach around. You didn't get the whole shebang, but it's something. It's something. Moving on. Oh boy. Iron Man is returning to the MCU. So when I first saw this, I was like, what the hell? Disney, we know you're creatively bankrupt, but this is just a level too low for you. This is embarrassing for us. First, it was just embarrassing for you. Now we're even embarrassed to watch. But it's not as bad as the cover says. So Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU, but not in the way that you might be thinking, according to a new leak. Lego Fulcrum, a leaker of unannounced Lego sets, recently revealed that Iron Man would be part of Marvel's What If series on Disney Plus. Taking to their Instagram page with their latest leak, Lego Fulcrum posted an image of an as yet announced Lego set, which reveals Tony Stark in a Sakarian Iron Man suit. What can we deduce from this leak is in an upcoming What If episode, it appears that Iron Man, not Thor, is transported to the planet Sakaar. You know what? That's not so bad. Because when I first saw this, I was like, damn it. They're removing all the gravitas of Endgame. They're making it worthless, like what they did with Star Wars. But thankfully, it looks like for now, the legacy of Tony Stark is still alive. It is just going to be like a what if scenario, a what if episode, which is fun. Those are fun. There's no real stakes. It's just a fine little side story. So there's that. But I just get the feeling that Disney is so bankrupt. We're going to get this eventually. They're going to bring him back proper. It would be terrible. I cried at the cinema when that happened. My wife, who's not even a big comic book fan, but I dragged her to watch all the Avengers movies, eventually got attached to the team and Tony Stark. When it happened, it was very sad for both of us. It was a monumental movie built up, I don't know, over years and years. Bringing Tony Stark back would just be like, for me, the MCU is dead. Like dead, buried. The corpse is rotting. Okay? Bringing back Tony Stark, even if it's like a multiverse situation, would for me be the equivalent of exhuming the body, dressing it up in a nice suit, and then taking it for a drive with like worms crawling out, and the whole thing is just falling apart, but you insist that it's all fine. That's what bringing back Iron Man would be. But again, it's a corporation. I have faith in zero corporations. Someone is going to do the math and make a presentation to Bob Iger or whoever's in charge and explain why bringing back Iron Man is going to make them another billion. It will tarnish their legacy, but for this fiscal year, that's another billion, and that's how corporations think. So I'm happy that this is just a what if that they're doing now, but I can see them doing it properly and bringing him 100% back. Tony Stark's back alive. Steve Rogers somehow is not an old man who's like waiting for the grave. No, that's going to happen, unfortunately. Black Widow is going to be undead all of a sudden. Rachie says, I have a better plot. Han Evil. Okay, an evil entity is trying to put the name of Tony Stark on the mud. Only a group of honest people fight to save his legacy. OPS, this is real life. Oops, this is real. Yeah. Essentially, it's real life. Everyone's losing their shit, or everyone will lose their shit when this news goes mainstream. People are gonna lose their minds and be like, no, and then they will find out it's just a what if, and they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. The outrage will be noted by Disney. But when they note outrage, it's not for them an indication of we shouldn't do it. It's an indication of we shouldn't do it now. Let's try this again in 5 years. Moving on. David Hayter, the legendary voice. Let's not just call him David Hayter, all right? Let's give him his kudos, his props. The legendary David Hayter returns to promote Metal Gear, teases, this is only the beginning. And now I'm pissed off because I haven't fixed the voice thing. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it, but I need to figure that out. So Konami, Hayter portrayed protagonist Solid Snake in 1998's original series entry, as well as in multiple sequels and cameo appearances in other franchises before creator Hideo Kojima decided to replace him with Kiefer Sutherland in 2015's Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Now, y'all know I love Hideo Kojima. I think he's a genius. But this, for me, was the moment when he showed us that he's only human. When Kojima made Kiefer Sutherland, the guy from 24, when he made him the voice of Snake, I don't care that it's Venom Snake. I don't care. I don't care about the twist at the end. I don't care. All of the snakes, whether it was Boss, Big Boss, Solid Snake, I don't care. They're all voiced by David Hayter until the day he dies. That is the correct thing to happen. I think there's even a mod that puts in David Hayter's voice in MGS5. I heard of a mod like that. Obviously, it sounds weird because AI is not great right now. So I just wanted to address that point. I don't like Kiefer Sutherland in Metal Gear Solid 5. I think that's the one mistake that Hideo Kojima made in his whole tenure with Metal Gear. Even switching out making Raiden the protagonist for MGS2, it sucked at first, but by the time you get to the big shell, by the time you get to the end of Big Shell, I think it's D, kind of makes sense. And also you get to well, for me at least, I got to fanboy on Solid Snake but from an external view, because most of the time you are Solid Snake. So it's a nice little change of dynamics to be playing a character that is enamored and is trying to emulate Solid Snake in a simulation, of course. But spoilers for anyone that hasn't played the game, you know what, I'm not going to get into it. Go and play MGS2. It's a great game. I learned Hideo Kojima was human the moment he called American population a bunch of unrefined monkeys whose IQ is only high enough to like shooters. What? Kojima said that? That's messed up. That's messed up. Kojima said that. Okay. Only Japan and Europe hate refined enough to understand the art of. Okay, I think you meant only Japan and Europe are refined enough to understand the art of Death Stranding. Whew. Kojima said that. Wow. After Kojima's acrimonious split from Konami, the Japanese publisher released 2018's Metal Gear Survive to a lukewarm reception and lukewarm. It was vitriolic. This game was nuclear for the franchise. What are you talking? Lukewarm. You're insane. Vincent said, well, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. Okay. Hater has returned to promote Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which was released last week and includes a number of the earlier series entries, while Konami is also working on Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Remake for PS5, Series X and S, and PC. In the Metal Gear Solid Legacy series teaser trailer above, Hater touches on the franchise's history and its impact on the wider medium before teasing, I hope you're ready because it's only the beginning. What teaser is this? I didn't see. Is this it? Okay. I'm guessing this is the teaser. Oh, it's on X. And loading. And loading. Damn. I will be getting the Elon Musk internet soon. Don't get on my ass, guys. Don't. Right. So I will be watching this after the show because clearly Twitter or X, whatever, is not cooperating. So I'm glad he's back to promoting it. I hope they can figure out a way to make him voice the next Metal Gear game. But I'm concerned about that because Metal Gear Solid 6, if it's not made by Kojima, is it still Metal Gear? Will it still have the spirit of Metal Gear? Will it still sound like Metal Gear? Will it still play like Metal Gear? I don't know. After Survive, I don't have high hopes for Metal Gear Solid 6. They should just keep making remakes until they sell off Metal Gear to, I don't know, PlayStation, Xbox, and then Kojima can go partner with whoever buys them and then give us the rest of whatever his vision was for Metal Gear. Because I think he had an interview in 2015 or 16 where he was like, I'm super excited for Metal Gear. I have ideas for like Metal Gear 10. So Konami, just keep making the remakes. You've shown us you can't make sequels. You can't make more new games. Just give us the remakes, all right? Jacob says, I bet the Kojima Xbox exclusive will sell 5 to 10K consoles. That's it? 10,000. Damn. Richie, Hideo Kojima attributes stronger criticism in the US to Americans lacking artistic sensibility to understand Death Stranding. Okay. Yeah. Because Death Stranding, like, it was lambasted in a lot of the US. Vincent, MGS 6 will be like GTA 6. When the OGs left, it's when the OGs left, it's a corpse waiting to crumble. God damn. You're worse than me, Vincent. As long Blue Point do the remake, we're good for sure. Why did Phil Harrison Stadia decide to cancel their Kojima partnership? I don't know. The whole Stadia thing did not make sense from jump. I still remember, like, as soon as they announced Stadia, if you go and check around that time, check our episodes on bullshitting. I was like, day one, I was like, this is going to die. It's going to die very slowly, but it's going to die. This is dead on arrival. No one's going on a jump on it. And that's what happened. You had like 300,000 people on it, and the number kept dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. I mean, 5 to 10. What? Jacob, 5 to 10 million people because of a Kojima? Nah, man. And I love Kojima. I don't think people love Kojima like that. What? 5 to 10 million consoles? That would be crazy. Vincent says reality is a bitch. All right. You know what? Let's leave. Let's leave here for a bit. I'll watch this promotion after. Ooh, good times. New Xbox Game Pass titles for console, PC, and cloud have leaked. So the next batch of titles headed to Game Pass for PC, console, Xbox Cloud gaming has seemingly leaked. According to a highly reliable data miner, Bill Bilkun, 8 will join Microsoft's subscription service in the first half of November. While some of these titles have previously been confirmed for Game Pass, others such as Hunting Game, Wild Hearts, and Open World RPG War Tales have not. So, okay, let's go to the comments. Jacob says never underestimate Kojima. Whew. 5 to 10 million consoles. Lord. People were hyped about cloud enhanced games. Kojima will make it work. Dude, maybe it's because of where I live. Cloud gaming has a future. The same way it has an inevitable future. The same way AI has an inevitable future of taking over a lot of people's jobs. It's going to happen. I'm not fighting that. I doubt it'll be as effective now. And if you look at the Xbox One, I think it's a good assumption to make to say that being first is not always great, because the Xbox One was a pioneering console in a lot of aspects, right? They could see what gaming was going to become. They saw it. Like this whole thing about consoles being required to be online all the time. At the time when they launched the consoles, it was a bit ludicrous to think about that. Today, internet is ubiquitous. It's everywhere. You have to actively run away from it. you have to want to be offline on purpose, because you have now people, your neighbors have Wi-Fi that the router is so powerful it reaches over to your place and they have no password. And the internet speeds are getting faster and faster, and so fast to the point where even if your neighbor doesn't have a password, you on your side, you're using his or her internet to download games and stream movies and etc. They won't even notice that their internet is slower and maybe call someone to come and check, so then they detect that there's other people in the building using your internet. It's so fast. It's so ubiquitous that people now have Wi-Fi with no codes. You know why? Because everyone has their own Wi-Fi. It's so cheap. It's so fast. So the Xbox One, they saw the future, but they were too soon to the party, right? So they got to the party. The chicken is still not on the grill. Fuck it. The grill doesn't even have a fire going, but the Xbox One is already vibing. Dude, we haven't even gone out to buy the beers, and you're all already vibing. Chill. All right. So the Kojima cloud game, I feel like if it comes out before 2030, that's just my take. I might be wrong, but I think the Kojima game, if it comes out before 2030, and the cloud feature or the cloud aspect is not an ancillary part of it, if it's an integral part of the game, that game is gonna have trouble. It's gonna be another Death Stranding, very niche in terms of the people that are gonna get into it. That's just me. They paid me back the controller bundle months after I sold it on eBay. Google, great great sense of burning money. Yeah, Google's got all the money in the world. Heard people buy PlayStations because they have early beta access. Interesting. Crackdown 3 was a flop, but Kojima will make it work. Damn. I thought I had faith in Kojima. Reichi. All hell Kojima, I guess. Nobody's using my Wi-Fi. That shit's on lockdown. I bet you that Series X or S will be sold more than one in Japan. Oh, for sure. for sure, definitely. The Xbox One. Come on. German laws make me responsible for my Wi-Fi security. Yeah. Again, maybe it's different in Germany, but what I've noticed here is exactly that. Well, I don't live in a building anymore, but when I did, that's how it worked. How many floors was it? That was 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 4 floors, and there was 3 Wi-Fi's and no codes, and they were all fast. One was mine. They were all fast. So, yeah. Loke will apply for work at Xbox and make a new game, Crackdown 4. Oh, dude, if I got a job at Xbox or PlayStation, the game that I would want to make. Oof, damn. If they let me make whatever game, I would make Gears of War 6. And I would retcon Gears of War 4 and 5 and make it so it was just a wild dream. If I was at Xbox, that's what I would do. If I was at PlayStation, I would make The Last of Us Part 3 and Joel would be alive. That's what I would do. Anyway, let's go back to the article. Oh, God. You know what, Rachie? That is a solid shout. Yes, that is a solid shout. I would make Forza Rally. Damn, if I could make a Forza Rally, that would be nice. That would be noise, like they say. With my 20 terabyte NAS, I protect my Wi-Fi with my life. Vincent, what is Store Haftung or Haftung? I don't know what that is. All right, so the games that are coming to Game Pass: War Tales. What is War Tales? I have no idea what that is. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. Is this like XCOM style? Ooh. Okay. I'll probably give this a go. I wonder if there's any videos for it. War Tales, Xbox gameplay. God damn it, 1 hour videos. I'm not looking to go that deep. I just want to see like more or less. Okay, so it's turn-based. Okay, definitely XCOM style, medieval. Ah, all right, cool. Joel come back as the Lich King to protect Ellie. Plot twist: The Last of Us 3 is actually The Last of Us Part 1 remaster. Might as well be. War Tales low budget Fire Emblem. Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. The Last of Us 4 is Part 2. God damn it. That's the law that makes me responsible for shit somebody might have done with my Wi-Fi. Oh, shit. That sounds like a bit much. Someone gets on your Wi-Fi, does some nefarious stuff, and you're responsible for that. What's it called? Hold on, let me scroll up here. Store Haftung. That needs to get voted out. That's not fair. That's not right. If I get hacked, it's my fault. No, dude. Just no. Last of Us Last of Us 5 is Part 1 remake. Last of Us 6 is Part 2 remake. I bought a 360 last week to replay Fable. Was it worth it? Was it worth it, Vince? I'm curious. All right, the next game is Thirsty Suitors, no interest. Football Manager 2024. This is, what is this, November 6th? Tomorrow. Okay, I'm installing Football Manager 2024 on my PC tomorrow. Like a Dragon, Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Kiryu, it's a good game. Dungeons 4, okay. Wild Hearts. I don't know if I'll give this a go. It looked nice, but yeah. Last of Us 7 is part 1 on PS3, 2.0. Lord, that's a lot of Last of Us games. And Joel dies in every port. Last of Us paid DLC $200. Joel, pay $200 and Joel will survive. Damn, that's messed up. Hey, Cozy, what's surprising you? Thirsty Suit. Oh, okay. Cozy likes Thirsty Suitors. Yeah, November 2nd. It's live already. You can go and get it right now. Cloud, console, and PC. Wild Hearts is on Cloud, Series X and S, PC, and EA Play. Spiritea and Coral Island. So the games that I'm looking at personally is War Tales, Football Manager, definitely, and Like a Dragon, Gaiden. Wild Hearts is I'll check it out, but not really sure. I might not check it out. We already had one, but sold it back a few years now. Now I'm keeping all my systems. I wish I kept all my systems, Vince. That's a good thing you're doing now. Keep, especially these systems where you can just play your games. You don't have to worry about digital. You don't have to worry about actual ownership. You don't have to be like me simping over Metal Gear. If I had kept my PS1, if I had kept my PS2, if I had kept my PS3, I would have all my Metal Gear games. Even if I just kept the consoles to be my Metal Gear, my homes for Metal Gear games, it would still be worth it. But my choice was to simp over Konami for years and years and beg them for years and years until they gave it to me on current consoles. So good on you, man. Keep your consoles. $200. Joel lives, but Ellie dies to a golf. What? $500. Aerith survives Final Fantasy VII remake. God damn! People would pay. People would pay those $500. That is savage. That is just heartless. Anyways, for me, it's War Tales, Football Manager, Like a Dragon, Wild Hearts, maybe. The games that are leaving Game Pass: Gunfire Reborn, Kill It with Fire, Persona 5 Royale, The Legend of Tiandeng Signalis, Solasta Crown of Magister. Other games that will be leaving soon is Coffee Talk, Exapunks, Ghost Song, Gungrave Gore, Football Manager, obviously, Lapin, Townscaper. Okay, from the ones that are leaving, I guess Persona 5 and Football Manager. That's it. Everything else, for me at least, is whatever. So yeah, that's Game Pass. Moving on. The games, November monthly games on PS Plus: Mafia 2, Dragon Ball, The Breakers, and Aliens Fireteam Elite. So I got some flack for this on Twitter because I came out and said that PS Plus has been bringing the heat. When I say that, I'm not saying that PS Plus is better than Game Pass. I think people are just sensitive. Two things can be true, guys. Game Pass can be amazing. It can be literally the best value in gaming. That it is. Also, PS Plus can be pretty decent. Pretty okay. I haven't played Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. It looks like a good game. I love the Breakers. I love what I've seen of the Breakers. I'm looking forward to trying it. Aliens Fireteam Elite is, if I'm not mistaken, is a hold on. It's an XCOM style game as well. Aliens Fireteam Elite. Let's confirm if I'm correct on this one. I'm pretty sure it's a turn-based XCOM style type game. And oh, it's third person. Ah, that okay, let's try. Ah, this looks kind of shit. Okay. So all right, so PS Plus added two good games. All right. Fireteam Elite it doesn't look great, but I know for a fact that the Breakers is a good fighting game, and Mafia 2 is also good. So when I said it's bringing the heat, it's because it's vastly improved from what we used to see from PS Plus. It was laughable. It was embarrassing on PS Plus, in my opinion. Vincent says November sucks. What? This Rachel, this was the biggest disappointment. PS Plus Essential games. Essential is a way better than core, but this lineup is bad. Well, what? Mafia 2 is great, but it's a 13-year-old game. What's wrong with a 13-year-old game? What's wrong with it? Why are we acting like video games rot? Come on, guys. Mafia 2 is good, yes. Alien Fire Team is a Left for Dead. Yeah, okay, so Fire Team doesn't look good. Not that doesn't interest me as well. Jacob is still with The Last of Us. Says The Last of Us 9 is 8 again, but you only relive that day each day, each other day. Wow. All right. Yeah, so those are the games. I see no problem in saying that this is a good lineup, in my opinion. Aliens is bad, but The Breakers and Mafia 2 is two very good games, and I'm looking forward to finally playing Mafia 2. I didn't play it, not gonna lie. Um oh, okay, so okay, here it is. Marvel Spider-Man 2 update includes several bug fixes, increased stability, and more. All right, so I'm not part of the trope that I mentioned earlier of people that only talk about the good stuff. All right, here we are talking. Sorry, people won't talk about the bad stuff. Here we are talking about the good stuff as well. Marvel Spider-Man 2 hit PlayStation 5 exclusively, blah, blah, blah. They've released another update, and here we are. Addressed an issue where players could become stuck during finale of Marco's memories. Addressed an issue where a boss could become stuck in geometry. Addressed multiple issues where the player could become stuck during galvanized tutorial. Addressed an issue where players with shortcuts enabled could become stuck in a puzzle during the new threads mission. Addressed an issue where the charge jump would break when assigned to a shortcut. Addressed an issue where the upgraded classic suit had duplicated eye detail. Oh, Lord. Further addressed issues where models would not load properly after long play sessions, improved stability. Okay, so they didn't say anything out here about the flag, the Puerto Rico flag or anything. For more about the game, blah blah blah. Hold on. Let's open this link here. Let's see what it says here. The patch notes. Okay, so there's nothing here about the flag. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this was the previous flag, the previous patch, sorry. So we were talking about 1.001.004. The flag was patched in version 1.001.003. So the flag's done. The game's properly patched. All is well in fictional Manhattan. I'm laughing my ass off right now. Like, this is funny as fuck. You know why? Because this just brings credence to all that talk from PC players that are like, you guys that play exclusive games on console, you guys are just beta testers. It kind of feels like it, because I haven't played Spider-Man 2, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that people hopped on day one and got to see all the glitches and problems and patches that needed to be made. And now, when I finally have time to play Spider-Man 2, it's been beta tested. So thank you. Thank you to everyone that has beta tested Spider-Man 2. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are the real MVP, like Kevin Durant would say. Richie Miles is a secret descendant of Castro. What? Okay. Richie, give WRC on PS Plus essential. Oh Lord. Now that's how you do it. That would be nice. Give me Gravity Rush, The Order 1886, or Spider-Man. The Order 1886 is such a good game. It's short, but it's such a good game. Very good game. Insomnia tweeted that they fixed the flag, and a guy dared to answer, "Not a big deal. I'm sure no Puerto Rican cares." Oh, shit. I'm not laughing because no Puerto Rican cares. I'm just saying the nuts on this guy. What? What did people say? That is wild. Richie, Latinx dubbing is ridiculous. Also, it's not Latinx, it's just Latino. They're not Latinx. They're not Latinx. That actually have, oh my dude, if you have access to this tweet, if it's still up, DM me this tweet, please. I need to see it, because this guy, wow. Anyways, Spider-Man 2 is now playable. It's now good. Everything's fixed. So anyone that hasn't played it will now get a better experience than everyone that got it day one. So moving on. PlayStation is acquiring video delivery AI firm iSize. It's a big nothing, in my opinion. iSize specializes in deep learning for video delivery. This technology allows companies to reduce the amount of data required to stream video games and increase visual quality for video streaming content using AI. Again, AI taking over the world. Latinx is a new language to remove male and female specific words. Oh, I know what it is. I don't acknowledge it. The acquisition provides Sony Interactive Entertainment with significant expertise in applying machine learning to video processing, which will benefit a range of other R&D efforts as well as our video and streaming services, etc. Founded. Okay, so this is going to help them with streaming. Good luck. Good luck beating Microsoft to that one. Jacob says he DM'd me. All right. Let's check the messages. Here we go. Oh my Lord. Jesus. That is wild. This man. Oh, woman. There's female trolls out there. Thank you, Jacob. Really appreciate it. This is fucked up. Because this is really fucked up. I'm laughing because it's fucked up. We should move on. So yeah, Sony acquired iSize because they were going to help them with the streaming. I guess good luck to them. I guess I don't see them making many inroads. Like there's a reason why they have the contract with their sworn enemy, Microsoft, in Azure, and there's a reason they're exploring all of this but haven't moved on from Azure. There's a reason for that. So good luck and break a leg, I guess. Moving on. What's this? It shocked me that his answer has 45 likes. Dude, and this is something that I have grappled with for years, but I think I'm getting better at it. There's people for everything. And that's a beautiful sentiment when you apply it to good things. But when you apply it to bad things, then it breaks your heart. But it's true. You could wake up tomorrow, make an account that just posts exclusively racist things. You will get hundreds of likes. There's people for everything, bro. There's people that sat there and they were like, oh, this is fucked up. I like it. And click like. For me, this is something that is just unintentionally or intentionally cruel. I laugh at the fact that someone typed it out and said send. That is wow. It's hilarious. To be honest, I have better experience with PlayStation streaming than xCloud. Okay. That's a weird thing. Because like I guess it also depends on your region. And then we have to look at player counts in said region. Because like xCloud for me works perfectly fine in South Africa. It's spotty in Mozambique. So I guess it just depends, really. I don't know. I don't have the technical expertise to break that one down on why it's variable, you know? Moving on. Larian, oh, this is actually our last topic for the day. Larian says Baldur's Gate 3 is still on track to hit Xbox this year. Studio founder and CEO Sven Vinker provided an update on the delayed Xbox version in a Twitter update on Tuesday. Latest on the Xbox being actively play tested, still on schedule for this year. He wrote, "We'll announce the exact date when we're sure it's done." I'm so done. I'm so done hearing about this thing being a PS exclusive. So done. And I've been playing it on PlayStation 5 already. But I'm looking forward to when this thing comes out on Xbox and people can just look at it as just one of the best RPGs ever made. And that's all it is. It's not a tool to be used in like a console war or whatever. So that's my big takeaway from this. I can't wait for this thing to come out on Xbox, and then we can just start looking at it as just a game and not a game that people use as a faux exclusive. All right. There's an account that's called Japan Hates Xbox. Every one of his tweets hates on Xbox. He lives in Japan, but it sounds like he's from Wales, US. Blocked him. That sounds like an account that could give me some content. Is the @ specifically Japan Hates Xbox? Because if it is, I might start like screenshotting a lot of his stuff. I'm just saying. Let's search here. Japan Hates Xbox. It's a real account. Japan and Asia hate Xbox. Game Pass is for poor people. Xbox has no true exclusives. No Japanese games should be on Xbox. when Xbox dies, we all win. Okay. Has even has their own website. Let's see. Okay, I guess the page doesn't exist. Oh, okay. I have mutuals that follow this person. Flawless, Nelson, David, Filthy, JTech. All right. All right. Let's see what they post. Sorry. Yeah, okay, it said posts. I don't want to see your retweets. I want to see your actual. These are beautiful, legendary figure sculpture. Blah blah blah. Oh, this is fine. I'm so happy. Oh, okay. I'm so happy this game is skipping Xbox, bro. You had a perfect opportunity to just say this is nice and move on with your life. This was not necessary. Like the whole tweet, right? The whole tweet is fine from here right up until here. You could just hit send right there. Oh my god. You know what? Never mind. I won't be following this guy. It's not even funny. All right. So Larian is doing a nice thing. Finally gonna get this on Xbox, and we can all move on. So guys, that brings us essentially to the end of the show. What did you guys think of this week's gaming log? Was it good? Was it bad? You know what? Jacob says click on his answers. You know what? I'm gonna make that in a subsection of our tweets moving forward. Sorry, of our episodes moving forward. If you guys have any tweets that you see or any accounts that you guys see that you want me to talk about and react, just highlight me on the DMs. I would like to. I will then add it to the subjects list and then we'll go through it. Thank you so much, Jacob. What did you guys think of the show? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it mid? All criticism, as long as it's constructive, is welcome. But then constructive also depends on my perspective on said criticism. You know what? Just criticize away, guys. Criticize away. Anyways, really appreciate you guys coming through. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time. I was nervous as hell, but now I'm really chill, having a good one. I'm about to go crash. What time is it? Oh my lord, it is midnight and I have to be at work tomorrow. So I'm about to go crash. Y'all have a good one. Thank you so much for coming through. I need to find a signing off punchline. You know how Ham goes like keep it gaming or keep it moving? I need to find a punchline. Anyways,